What's up, YouTube? Wayne here, back with another review for you. Hit that thumbs up and get ready. Hey, so episode 2 is titled Legacy of Hope. One thing I gotta say about this thing is, oh my goodness, the music is just awesome. The scene opens up with Lois narrating, and they're just playing this awesome violin score in the background. She's just talking about how they're moving to Smallville. They are setting up the scene that they're gonna join their family together, all through all the problems that they had, and I don't know. They look like they're gonna mesh here in Smallville. I mean, Clark grew up in Smallville. My cousin Billy is always telling me how the key to Superman is him having that town and having parents. So I actually got a lot of information from him this week about this. We've been talking back and forth. So I'm gonna shout out to him because he helped me out through this. They start the scene off with the family talking. They won't let Jordan go to school now because of the ability to show those abilities. The fact that he has laser eyes and his strength is heightened. So they won't let him go to school. So they're having a family discussion about that. And he's like, why can't I get that thing that mom has? Lois and Lois's dad have this emitter that I guess sends out like a high-pitched frequency that only Superman can hear, or maybe even dogs can hear. It's called an ELT. And he's like, why can't I just have one of those if there's trouble? And they're like, no, we don't need it. So then they cut back to Lex. Lex is looking for kryptonite for his suit. His suit is powered by it. Like in a lot of the comics, that green suit that he wears is powered by kryptonite. So he's looking for it, and he can't find it anywhere. He can't find it. Like the Earth is just void of kryptonite, right? So they are sitting there just like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? I'm talking about Lex and his computer AI. They can't find any kryptonite, which is weird. So you cut a little bit further. Jordan and Clark go off to the Fortress of Solitude. What's cool about this is you actually get to see like the giant ice cavern that Clark goes off to meditate by himself, and they go there because Clark wants to see how much what percentage of Kryptonian Jordan is, because he goes and he tells his dad, he tells Jor-El, not Jonathan, his dad Jonathan, but Jor-El, is still the AI at the Fortress of Solitude. He tells him, hey, he's shown latent abilities. And Jor-El's like making this big deal about how Jordan could be the legacy, how he could be the truth, how he could bring the Kryptonian race back, because if they're able to pass down that much gene to humans, that he would be good. But Clark should have took both boys, because Jonathan is having some issues, like feeling outcast, because he's not blending in at school. He's not doing like he was back in Metropolis. He's not the star quarterback. They have a quarterback. Actually, the quarterback that he gets into it with in the previous episode, which Jordan kissed his girlfriend, which is Lana Lane's daughter, they make a big iffy about it. They will not let him. They actually did not let him get the playbook so he could play. So he goes out there. They won't even block for the boy. I mean, if you know anything about football, there's this thing called a blindside tackle. So it's when the left tackle is set up. I play football, so I'm a little excited about that. The left tackle is decided for a right-handed quarterback. It protects his backside. So Jordan's back there about to throw the ball, and he gets hit. And he's like, I told you we had a quarterback. Which is crazy. I mean, a blindside tackle is probably the worst tackle you can get in football. And Jonathan's not fitting in at all with the people. The kid, like I said, the kids have a quarterback already. Now, the subplot with the dude who owns the Daily Planet, who's trying to create jobs in Smallville, I think there's something there. I think there's something in that maybe he's gonna become the overwhelming good villain. I mean, overwhelming villain, because this subplot is like consistently developing over time. That hey, he wants to help, he wants to create jobs, but they found out the job that he created in another town didn't work. I mean, they're talking politics, of course. I'm not big on politics in like my superhero stuff, but they're talking. But that subplot, I mean, he's gonna be the major villain. Mark my words. At me. Tell me. He's gonna be the mayor. His name's Morgan Edge. I'm telling you, he's gonna be the major villain. So they cut back to the farm, and Clark and Lois's father are talking. And Clark reveals to Lois' father that he told the boys, Jonathan and Jordan, that he's Superman. And he's like, why did you do that? Why would you do that? You're going to ruin their lives. You're going to destroy their childhood, because they're going to have to carry that burden. But Clark did not let Lois' father know that Jordan shows that he has abilities. So I don't know. Where is that? That's going to cause an issue between Clark and Lois' father, whose relationship isn't, I wouldn't say perfect. It isn't like, it's your typical father-in-law to son relationship. You didn't really trust him. You took his daughter away, that type of thing. Trust me, we all go through it. I've been married 12 years. It's a thing. It's a complete thing. It's a complete thing. So they go back to the Fortress of Solitude. I'm gonna zoom back through that. They go back to the Fortress of Solitude, and Jor-El tells Clark that Jordan's abilities were just a spur of the moment thing. He's not really that much Kryptonian. And he's like, well, Dad, he's like, Jor-El, this guy, he beamed somebody. He's like, but has he been able to do it again? But he's stronger. Yeah, but he doesn't even have 100 times your strength. It doesn't look like he will be the one to keep the bloodline, and it just crushes. You can see it all in Jordan's face. It just crushes him. And they go back home, and they gotta tell, Jordan tells his Jonathan, and Jonathan actually, Jordan's pouting because he's been pouting the whole time, and they make this whole move specifically, I think, for him. And Jordan and Jonathan get into it. Jonathan's like, you don't know what I gave up. I got a girlfriend. I was a star football player. I gave up. You've been awkward your whole life, and now you get a little bit of popularity, and we don't fit in together. I get that. I understand that, having that duality between brothers. I got 3 brothers, 4. I got a lot of brothers, okay? I got 2 brothers here in Georgia, and I got 3 brothers in Michigan, okay? And we get into it. We fight. We fight all the time. We fight. We love each other, but we fight. And the fact that Jonathan said that to, Jor-El said that to Clark and Jordan, it crushed them. See, these kids aren't like Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z, where we don't know yet. I can't say that, but they're not like that. Like Trunks, Goten, and all those guys from DBZ, they're all super strong. They were able to turn Super Saiyan earlier. Because they have more Saiyan genes that they could be stronger. No, these boys are gonna have issues and struggles. I love the way that they're taking the character development, and in this scene, they're still playing that beautiful music. I mean, this score is crazy. So Lex goes and tries to recruit Jordan's dad, because I'll get into it a little bit later in the rest of the video, but Lex tries to go and recruit Jordan's dad, Lois's dad, and who's the general of the army. And he's like, you wouldn't like Kal-El, you don't like him, you know who he is, you're gonna regret helping him too. You're gonna regret it, because you know exactly what he is. And he goes and he does that, and it's crazy. Because Clark hears it, he zooms in, and he finally beats him. So we thought. He didn't beat him. Lex was remotely controlling his suit. And that's crazy. There's another fight scene earlier in the episode where where Lex uses the ship to distract Clark so he can get away. And he basically sacrifices his own ship. I mean, the fight scenes in this, the CGI is awesome. I love it. I love it how it looks. and they do all that. Now, after all this happens, still, the episode ends on a good note. The episode ends with Clark going to Jordan's football practice. Clark going to Jonathan's football practice. Jordan gets his the ELT, the thing to contact Clark if necessary, and they're all in this happy ending. Lois actually quits the Daily Planet at the end of the episode because they rewrite her story because she's writing about the Morgan guy and the Morgan Edge dude, because she's like, dude, he's really not a good guy. There's something weird about him. She has this hunch, and they have this conversation between Clark and Lois. She was like, you do your Superman thing and let me do my Lois Lane thing because they have this relationship that's like, dude, I'm gonna write the stories, you go save people. This is what we do. This is how we've been written our whole lives and all our comics and all the universes. And it's good. It's just good. Clark's trying to be a better dad. Everything is good. But then we cut to the end. We get to the very end of the episode. And Lex and Lois's dad is thinking about what Lex told him. And then they cut to Lex. And Lex is thinking about, why he came here. And the computer's like, I guess this Superman is not like the one from our universe. And he's like, yeah, not yet. So they scroll to the universe where Lex comes from, and he's talking to the general, which is Lois's dad, and Clark, Superman, wearing a black costume, comes down and just laser beams the whole troops, all the troops. He just laser beams the whole squadron, which he's got the black suit. I had to talk to my cousin. I was like, what comic are they referencing? Because I know Superman has been evil in a lot of different comics. And, he's when he said not yet, it kind of reminded me of Injustice. Because Injustice had it where all you had to do was kill Lois and Superman went crazy. It's crazy to see Clark like that. It's crazy to see him kill all those people. I'm telling you, Marvel, you got some competition out here. Everybody go watch this. I mean, my cousin said it's from the Ultraman universe, and they have issues with that, and where I think Superman wears a U on his chest and he's part of the mob. And so please like and comment down below, let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.